Hi, we're back with Cooking with the Cooksons. I'm Marty and Jane's filming, and we got Bella running around. So we're gonna make our own nacho cheese dip, or queso as they call it in Texas and other places. And that starts with Velveeta, which I know people say it's not real cheese, but it's easy. And then it comes with 2 things of Rotel, which are diced tomatoes with green chilies. And if you look, the recipe for this is right here on the can of the Rotel. 2 cans of Rotel, 1 block of Velveeta. Now, I like to make mine a little bit spicier, so I also add in 2 cans of diced jalapenos. And I also like to make taco meat, so I'm gonna make up 2 pounds of taco meat, and then I'll put like a half of it in there, and I'll save a half for something later. And this is just regular taco seasoning like you'd get, whatever brand, and I'm just using an 85% lean, so it's not like 80-20, but it's not like super lean. I need a little bit of fat for flavor. And that's it. So I'm going to start browning the meat now.
Okay.
So we're just getting this on medium-high heat. I'm starting the ground beef to brown just like making tacos, just like everybody else does. So okay, so just browning the meat. I got my step stool because I'm short and it makes it easier to cook. I'm only 4'9", so it's really hard for me to cook on the stove sometimes because without my step stool. Okay, it's just gonna take a while, so we'll be back in a bit. Okay, so I'm prepping the cheese, and I've already opened the Rotel and the jalapenos. And so I'm just, really for me, I just kind of chop it into like 1/2 inch to 1 inch cubes. I kind of go across this way. And then I pretty much go this way. It sticks, so, and then I'll do it again this way. This will help it melt. And yeah, I could use a bigger, sharper knife, but you don't need a sharp knife for Velveeta. It's not. And then I kind of tilt it this way and then do it again. And that way when I put it in, it'll all melt really easy. Easy cheesy.
Okay, stop.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Ready? Okay, so this is almost done. There's still some red, so I'm going to keep cooking it until it's all the red's gone. And then we're going to drain it and get all that fat out. So, and then we'll be adding the 2 packages of this. Each packet says 2/3 cup of water, but I kind of do a little bit less because otherwise it's got too much liquid in it anyways. So, so that's what we're at. Okay, we're putting the taco mix in. Put 1 in. Gonna go ahead and add the water. And I'm gonna add the other one in. Oops, crap. I got that all over me. That's funny. Hey, at least I didn't say the S word. I said.
Yeah, because Facebook will mute that.
They don't always, but it's funny though. Okay, and then we're just gonna stir this and then let it simmer for the 15-20 minutes they say you're supposed to do to let the water reduce and get the flavor and all the meat. And that's the... Okay, so I've adjusted my strategy a little bit, and I'm just gonna make this all into like a beefy nacho cheese sauce. So while it's simmering with this stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and add the Rotel now, which once again is diced tomatoes and green chili. That'll cook a little bit in with the beef. Add the jalapenos. I might have too much. My wife might kill me, but that's okay. I'll eat it all. And then we'll get this all incorporated in. It kind of gets up to a boil, and then we'll turn it down to low to cook for about 20 minutes and get all the flavors melded. And between the taco seasoning, the jalapenos, the green chilies, the tomatoes, and the beef. And see, that looks really good now. And then we'll add the cheese to it, and then that'll kind of bring it all together. Okay, we're back with Cook Bella to finish making our queso dip, our meat dip. And I've got everything mixed up, and now I'm going to add in all the cheese. And this is kind of messy, so I just kind of let it kind of go. Gonna burp. And that's it. Now I'm going to stir it up and then let the cheese start melting. It'll probably take 5-10 minutes for all the cheese to melt, and then we'll stir it up. I think I should have saved some of the meat out. I really should have. If it's kind of doesn't turn out right, I'll just add more cheese and make it more, and then we'll just freeze some or something.
Okay.
This is
stop.
stuff, yeah. See what- Okay, so here's what it looks like now, and it's actually still a pretty good dip. But I think I want to make it a little more cheesy, because it's supposed to be like nacho cheese dip. And I'm going to go ahead and add in some Mexican cheese blend. And I'm just going to put a whole bunch in, maybe half this bag, so maybe 8 ounces. You're going to stir that in. And if I need to, I'll add a little milk to... But I think there's enough liquid in it in here that I don't need to. And this is basically what we're doing. And we're just waiting for all the cheese to melt. If we have to, we'll add a little bit more cheese and incorporate it. But this is going to be our little taco nacho cheese queso dip. And then we'll put it on tortilla chips, and it's really good. It already tastes good. I took a spoon and tried it earlier.
Okay, done.
We're about ready to assemble the nachos. I'm just making a quick plate for a snack. These are perfect for Super Bowl Sunday, which is coming up soon. So I've got our cheese dip, which I did put all that 16 ounces of cheddar or the Mexican cheese in it. And I added maybe a half a cup or so of milk. And I'm just going to drizzle this over all my chips. So my chips got a good amount of cheese, and it's got meat already in it and peppers and tomatoes. And then I like sour cream on mine. If you don't like it, don't use it. I'm just going to squirt a little bit of sour cream on it. And I like guacamole, so I'm going to squirt a little bit of guacamole on it. And yes, I know this is not, some people don't, but this is the guacamole now. I found it is easy. And then I personally like some jalapenos. My wife probably won't do this. So I'm going to put a few jalapenos on mine. And that's pretty much it.
Okay, stop. Uy.
So this is
Done?
yeah, this is a medium pico de gallo. Okay. Or whatever, however long it lasts, because I love to eat it, so. Are you done?